Good morning, everyone. Apologies for the fact that during this morning's webinar, I wasn't able to share my screen. I've now figured out that it was because I was in Explorer, so thanks to Sean Garcia, our Adobe Connect expert, for that. But here's a quick demo of what it's going to look like when we go live. As I said, we're still developing the actual start page, but this should give you some idea of how the system's going to work. So I've logged in as a test account into the student portal, and normally within here, you can see we've got tabs like My Linked List, Learning and Games. There'll actually be an additional one of these called Google Apps. And when the student clicks on that, it'll take them out to a page where all the apps will be displayed for them, divided into those key concepts of collaborate, organized me, present, etc. However, at the moment, to give you an idea of how the system's going to work, what we're actually going to do is just go into a student's email account. So, as I was saying, one of the key features is that there's no need for a username or for a password. So when I click onto email, and this is just like I'm clicking into the Google Apps environment via that tab, you'll see that I go to student email for a start, and you'll see I'm logged in as 5.test, but the new parts are all across the top here, in the tabs across the top here. So you can see we've got all these additional apps listed across the top. So things like Drive, Calendar, Sites, etc. And if I click on more, there's even more. And now, as I said, I can't be confident and tell you which ones you're actually going to have access to at the moment. However, I can pretty confidently say we're going to have those core apps like Sites and Docs and Drive. So let's have a bit of an explore. If I click onto Drive, what you'll notice now is that when I jump into Drive, I have actually got access to all the documents that I have uploaded. Now, in addition, what you'll find is that I've got this button over here called Create. And actually, before I do that, notice this one here, it's actually your upload button. Remember I was talking before about the fact that when you upload documents into Google Drive so you can access them anywhere, you have 25 gigabytes if you allow it to convert yourself, okay, or 5 gigabytes if you leave it in normal content. You can see that 5 gigabytes is listed there. So if you click on Create, you've got lots of different options. So one of them is just a document, which is like a word process document like Microsoft Word, and it's got most of that functionality. Presentations are very similar to PowerPoints. Spreadsheets are like Excel and linked to forms. They're really handy ways of getting feedback and doing tests with your students. And of course, you've got plenty more options down here. What I'm going to do today is just show you a little bit of the functionality by jumping into a presentation. So if I click on, what am I going to do? You can see there's my Star Trekky presentation from earlier today, but I'm going to click on this one here. An inspiration board, so you've got quite a bit of choice in there, and it's very fast, very easy to use, and I'm going to start to type out over here. So this is my presentation on Google Apps. Help me! Okay, I need some help, because one of the key and cool features about Google Docs, Google Drive and Google Sites is the fact that you can share. So I've just clicked on that share button. You'll see that it's automatically set to private, so that access is just for the person who's created or that student who's created it. But you can actually add people's names down the bottom here. So for example, I'm going to actually share it with my personal email account. And think about this from a student's perspective. They can share this with their parents, they can share this with somebody at a university who they're collaborating with, or they can share it with their teacher. So it is a really handy tool, and I'm going to set the option so that they can actually edit that document. So I'm going to share and save, and it gives me a bit of a warning. So this is promoting those digital citizenship skills which our students have, and just letting them know that, yep, you need to be aware and you need to be careful when you're sharing things. Okay, a few of the other cool features that I just wanted to show you before I go. You can, of course, download anything you create in Google presentations. In this instance, as a PowerPoint or a PDF. It can go download as a Word document if you're creating a normal document. And of course, you can upload or import PowerPoint slides into Google Drive. So very cool. Now I'm running out of time. I've only got 5 minutes. So I'm going to jump into my own personal account. And you can see I'm clicking on Shared with Me. And if I click on this one here, you'll see that, there's the document that I just created. And one of the exciting things on the side here, and you can see one other viewer, is 5.test. That's my alter ego. One of the other cool things, if I click on Tools, and this isn't enabled for our environment yet, but we hope it's coming, is that you can research. So I can type in Google Apps, and immediately I get some search results here. So some web search results, some pictures. I can drag my picture out, and automatically, this is what I did with the presentation that I showed you today, you can see that it's referenced. So students can't copy and paste in this environment. They can actually show where they got their sources from. So some really cool tools. Get in